Welcome back to JR's World. I'm John and I'm here with my co-host Casey. Today we're diving into some absolutely incredible news from the Texas Gulf Coast, specifically about red fishing, boating, and the amazing waters around Rockport, Port Lavaca, and the surrounding areas. Casey, you ready to talk some serious fishing? You bet I am, John, and folks, we've got some breaking news that's going to blow your mind. Rockport, Texas has officially been named the Redfish Capital of Texas by the 89th Legislature. This just happened in 2025 when Governor Greg Abbott signed Bill HCR 157 on June 20th. That's right, and this isn't just some honorary title. This designation comes with a 10-year period ending in 2035. The announcement was made at the Key Allegro Yacht Club on July 10th, but honestly, anyone who's fished these waters knows Rockport has earned this title fair and square. Absolutely. The waters around Rockport, Port Lavaca, Indianola, and Fulton Beach are just teeming with redfish. We're talking about some of the most productive fishing grounds on the entire Texas coast. John, let's break down what makes this area so special. Well, first off, you've got these protected bay systems that create perfect habitat for redfish. The grass flats, oyster reefs, and shallow waters provide incredible feeding grounds. And it's not just redfish. We're talking black drum, speckled trout, and flounder too. Speaking of fish species, let's talk technique. For redfish, you really want to focus on the flats during warm weather. These copper-colored beauties love to cruise in shallow water, especially around structure like oyster bars and grass beds. And here's a fun fact for our listeners. Redfish can grow up to 60 inches and weigh over 90 pounds. The ones in Texas waters are known for their incredible fighting ability. When you hook into a bull redfish, you're in for the fight of your life. Now let's talk bait, because this is where a lot of anglers make or break their fishing trip. Live shrimp is probably the most versatile bait you can use. It works for redfish, trout, and black drum. But don't sleep on crab. Blue crab cut in half or quartered is absolutely deadly for both redfish and black drum. Those big black drum especially. They're like underwater garbage disposals when it comes to crabs. And croaker. Fresh croaker bait is like candy to redfish. The scent and vibration they put out in the water are irresistible. Pro tip, if you can catch your own croaker, you're golden. Let's talk about black drum for a minute because these fish don't get nearly enough respect. They're the largest member of the drum family, and in Texas waters, you can catch them year-round. Black drum are bottom feeders, so your technique is pretty straightforward. Put that bait on the bottom and wait. They love shrimp, crab, and even fish bites. And when you hook into a big one, they'll test every ounce of your equipment. Now, speckled trout, or specks as we call them down here, these are probably the most popular target for Texas anglers. They're excellent eating and relatively easy to catch once you learn their patterns. Trout love structure and current. Look for them around jetties, piers, and drop-offs. Live shrimp under a popping cork is a classic setup, but don't overlook artificial lures like soft plastics and topwater plugs. And let's not forget about flounder. These flatfish are masters of camouflage, but they're incredible table fare. They love to hang out near structure, waiting to ambush prey. The key with flounder is patience. They'll often just mouth the bait before committing. Live mud minnows are probably the best flounder bait you can use. Now let's talk about the boating aspect, because having the right boat and knowing how to use it is crucial in these waters. The Texas coast can be shallow and full of obstacles. Absolutely. A shallow draft boat is essential. You want something that can get into those skinny waters where the fish are feeding, but also handle the open bay when conditions get rough. And navigation is key. These bay systems can be tricky, especially around Indianola and the Powderhorn area. GPS is your friend, but local knowledge is invaluable. Let's talk about timing. The best fishing often happens during tidal movement. Incoming tides bring bait fish into the shallows, and that's when the predator fish really turn on. Spring and fall are absolutely incredible times to fish this area. The weather's pleasant, the fish are active, and you can really enjoy being out on the water soaking up that Texas sun. And speaking of soaking up sun, don't forget your sunscreen, folks. The reflection off the water will cook you faster than you think. Polarized sunglasses are essential too. They help you spot fish in the shallows. Here's a fun fact. The Texas coast produces more redfish than anywhere else in the United States. The state's conservation efforts have really paid off, and we're seeing incredible fishing as a result. The swimming around these areas is fantastic, too. After a long day of fishing, nothing beats jumping in that clear Gulf water to cool off. Just watch out for stingrays in the shallows. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about why this area is so special beyond just the fishing. Port Lavaca, Rockport, Indianola, and Fulton Beach each have their own character and charm. Port Lavaca is a work and fishing town with great infrastructure for boaters. Rockport has that artistic coastal vibe with galleries and restaurants. Indianola has that end-of-the-road feel that serious anglers love. And Fulton Beach connects right to Rockport, giving you miles of shoreline to explore. The whole area is just steeped in Texas fishing tradition. The marina facilities in this area are top-notch too. Whether you need fuel, bait, or tackle, you're covered. The local fishing community is incredibly welcoming to visitors. All right, folks, we're running up on our time, but before we go, we want to remind everyone to like and subscribe to JR's World for more fishing content, outdoor adventures, and Texas Gulf Coast coverage. And John, didn't you have a fishing joke to share with our listeners? Oh, yeah. So, two fish are in a tank. One turns to the other and says, "Do you know how to drive this thing?" Get it? They're in a tank. That's terrible, John. Absolutely terrible, but that's why we love you. Thanks for joining us on JR's World, everyone. Until next time, tight lines and calm seas.